Also, I spilled a little bit of tea on my mouse pad, and now whenever I use my mouse, my like wrist is is like damp. Like I cleaned it up, but the mouse pad pretty well absorbed it. Right. I'm up. I'm up. What's going on? What's going on at the farm today? Chickens are happy. Horses are happy. People are logging on. I wish it would just like I wish it would let me continue to look at the menus while people are logging on. It sucks that it like takes me out of the menu just to like put everything on hold while someone logs on.
Yeah.
And what time is it? It is 3:15 in the PM. We can probably go faster for now. I guess this the oats are done. They could be harvested. Synchronizing. There it goes. Yeah, oats are fully done. The stuff at number 4 still has a ways to go. Lost Joke, you're over there. What's going on over there? You were over there.
I'm not paying attention.
There are a lot of weeds.
That's fine. I don't really care that much. We're not like super focused on the on that stuff. How do I... Ah, here we go. Lost Joke, do you want to do this?
Do what?
Power washing?
I don't know how to do it.
So I'll tell you how to do it, because I just figured it out. I'm gonna drive this over there. So you go press R on it. Let me put this into the sun. I can actually see what's going on. Pretty nice. Lost Joke, did you see that Hat Films has decided to also start doing farm sim
Saw that.
content? They're copying us, obviously. Hat Films is copying this specific channel.
Yes, they troll around for the small times for ideas.
You know what else I saw? So one of the things I said last week, I think it was when I got the truck stuck and then you guys were helping me get it dislodged from the mountain. I said, like, what is this, an episode of Robot Wars or something? And guess what comment was made on one of those Hat Films videos? Wars. They said, they mentioned it, they were playing around with forklifts and they were mentioning it looked like Robot Wars. We're in the same mindset. We are.
We should sue them.
No, let's collaborate. No. It's we're in the same like zeitgeist. We're on the same wavelength. That means we need to work together. Me and Hat Films.
Let's collaborate and sue them.
I mean, that works. That can work. Let's collaborate and then sue them so that we can get the benefits of the collaboration, but then like we can also sue them.
I'm fine with the opposite.
I don't think they would want to collaborate with us if we
saw
sued
something
them.
amusing earlier today.
What's that?
That Square is going to be doing stress tests for 14.
Oh yeah,
but
I did see that.
they're not going to do it for North American servers.
They're not doing it for North American servers because they would have already been stress tested by the sheer amount of people. They said they already have
enough information for the servers, so we stress test the North American servers every day.
Yeah, basically, that's what they said. I linked you the VOD of Sips playing Final Fantasy 14. I have not watched it at all. I didn't have time before the stream to watch it, so I'll watch it afterward. But I just don't think that he's gonna.
No,
I don't think he's gonna like it.
14 isn't really something he's into. He's kind of more into like older styles of MMO, which would be like
he wants more of a
Warcraft
sandbox.
Classic and Burning Crusade. Hell, probably I don't. What else? What other games MMOs has he played? But he's not really an MMO guy anymore.
I mean, that's it. I think, as far as I know, that's pretty much all he's done.
He's not really into MMOs anymore. He's more casual.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's only ever been like WoW. I don't know if he's even touched RuneScape very much.
Has he
I mean,
played RuneScape?
Neither have I. Really. I think he said he tried it once. He didn't like it. But I mean, I've never played RuneScape. I don't know if RuneScape was
might
like
be a little too old school for him.
Yeah, well, it's a little too old school for me, to be honest. Like, it was after my time. Like, I mean, I used to love stuff. I mean, I grew up. My first MMO was Ultima Online. I loved that, and I look back on it now. I'm thinking, man, how dated that stuff is when compared to newer stuff. And yet, I mean, I still liked it back then. I just don't think that I could get into it again nowadays. I just don't think it would work for me. And that's kind of like what OSSR is that old school stuff that people, I guess some people still like playing, but I just don't think that I can get into it. I don't even think I could really get into the new, redone RuneScape either.
I've been tempted every now and then to give it a look.
I like My Stories. That's another reason, I have mentioned it, I think, on stream a few times, and I know I've talked to you about it, Lost Joke, but I had been playing, Elder Scrolls Online. And I was enjoying it. I was enjoying going around and doing the zone quests and stuff and leveling up my characters. But one thing I really noticed, I would say there's a lot of lore in the game, but there's not much like direct story. Like, there are little stories, like there are little, side quests and stuff, and basically everything in that game is a side quest. But it's like the main story quest is so far removed from everything. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything, and so the game really feels like it doesn't have much of a cohesive like story. I'm skipping time, by the way. Especially when you compare it to something like, Final Fantasy 14, where story is like the main thing, right? But it was just, I don't know, it was just like the gameplay is fun enough, and you do get a lot of like little lore tidbits, but there's just nothing to really tie it all together. And of course, I really think about the dungeons in that game, where the dungeons have their own quests, right? But the thing is, people are so, it's like any game, people are so hot to trot on finishing the dungeon. They just want to get it over with immediately, and so you don't really have time to sit there and listen to the NPC blather on about why you're there and what's going on in the dungeon and read all the dialogue, because by the time you're finished with like the start, opening dialogue, the players are basically halfway through the dungeon at that point. And so you don't really ever get a sense of any kind of connective tissue between the dungeons and any kind of story that you might be doing. And, oh yeah, it's horse time, by the way. Might as well do some horsing around while I ramble on. So I don't know, it just doesn't feel like I'm sure that there's a lot of story, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of story in Elder Scrolls Online. And also because none of the dungeons are connected to like the main story quests or anything like that. Like, there's no connection there at all, even if you do read the story. And so the dungeons really just feel like side content. Like, there's,
well, you are if you can play your role as just another adventurer without actually being the vestige.
Yeah. And really, after like the first vanilla, pre-expansion areas, not much, if any, mention is made of you being a vestige or anything of the sort. They do like they.
Well, because the idea is that you finished that story, so
Yeah.
your that plot thread is done
They
until you
do.
pick up the next one.
A lot of the times, I mean, they do build up. If you actually go through the zone stories like in order, which is hard. It's hard to do nowadays since you can go through to any zone at any time. But if you actually go and look up a guide and do all the story in order, or all the zones in a particular alliance in order, you do get a build up, and there are, and if you're paying attention, especially if you're doing all of the like side like optional objectives and stuff, like they say, oh, we need you to go here now, but also if you want to go over here and try to some of this, that could maybe help. But like if you do all that side stuff too along the way, that stuff does come back, which was really good. Like doing the story in the Rift, which is like is the Rift the last zone for that alliance, I think. But like you start seeing a bunch of stuff that you saw in like previous zones kind of starting to come to fruition.
There are like actual progressive NPCs that you will see throughout your questing, like oh gosh, what's the name of that Breton lady who's like a really renowned adventurer, and her butler is following her around?
I actually don't know, because I don't think that I've actually done that alliance. I remember seeing there was like the Dark Elf brother and sister.
There. I don't know if she's exclusively to Daggerfall, but that's where I encountered her pretty much in one place in every zone. And at one point, we do kind of get her butler killed, but he gets replaced by a completely identical butler.
I've done like some of that. Some of that sounds familiar, but I think the only reason it sounds familiar is because I think a lot of those NPCs show up in Cold Harbor, like separate from like your alliance, with Cold Harbor is like the first like multi-alliance area, and so like characters from all the alliances are in there. But like I do remember the like the Dark Elf. I don't know if they're twins or if they're just brother and sister, but they like delving into dwarven ruins, and they're always like getting themselves into trouble. What am I on? Who am I on? I'm on red hair? Who am I on? I am on red hair, okay. But then there was like shit, who else was there? I don't know, there were definitely some recurring characters. Oh yeah, the one I liked best was the Morag Tong assassin lady. I liked her. I
actually haven't done the Morrowind expansion.
Well, the thing is, she is in the vanilla game. You first meet her in the vanilla game in the if you go to the whatever alliance, is it Ebonheart Pact, the one that includes Morrowind? You meet her like in at least 2 zones, if not 3, and you actually you do stuff. You do like quests with her and stuff. And then again, she does show up again in Morrowind, and I don't know. She was interesting. I liked her. She's got that like sexy femme fatale thing going on, and she's pretty much like always like flirting with your character, or like you have the option of flirting with her, even though of course nothing really happens.
What do you think this is? A BioWare game?
Unfortunately,
you just romance everyone you like.
But I mean, she was interesting. But the thing is, there is still that major disconnect between all that stuff and the main story, because you don't see any of characters from the main story in like the zone quests at all. You don't even see them in Cold Harbor. The culmination of all the alliance's zone stories. Working towards invading and defeating Molag Bal in Cold Harbor. You don't see anybody from the main story quests until after that is done, even though the people in the main story quests are very much involved in stopping Molag Bal themselves. It's like all the like the Lyris Titanborn and what's his name, like Sahan, and the asshole necromancer guy. and
Abnar Tharn.
yeah, Abnar Tharn and uh, the guy. I don't want to say who he is because it's spoilers who he is, but the old man, the old man.
The Prophet.
Yeah, the Prophet. You don't see any of them during like the main zone quest. I think Lyris has some kind of like side quest you can do at some point, but it's not really involved in the zone quest.
It's implied that when you entered Cold Harbor, everyone was scattered.
I mean, I guess. But it feels very weird and disconnected that none of the main story NPCs show up in like anything having to do with Cold Harbor. When that's
Lyris Titanborn shows up in the Dark Heart of Skyrim.
Well, yeah, but that's like after the main story quest. This is like after that's after all that stuff is done.
Not Abnar Tharn is a great part of the Elsewhere expansion.
Is he?
Yeah.
See, I don't
There's
have that,
a little
but...
like preamble pre-quest you can do where you find out he's got a pretty strong connection to the stuff that happens in Elsewhere. I don't think you need the expansion to do that because it's kind of like an introductory quest. It's like
yeah, but you need to continue it.
But Abnar Tharn is a part of that. So far, Saisahan has not had any like major quest. I think you meet him briefly in the introductory quest to Elsewhere, but so far Saisahan has no like standalone quest for himself.
I mean, the thing is, I like those characters. I mean, I did enjoy those characters. I just wish that they were more involved, especially with kind of, I don't know, it makes it seem like it's not as important as like the zone quests. Like, yeah, the zone quests are what you go through to like level up and stuff, but like it's labeled as the main story quest, and yet it doesn't really have anything to do with anything. No, maybe Final Fantasy XIV has just spoiled me for like main story quests and stuff.
Maybe you're picking nits.
Maybe.
This horse obstacle course is part of a mod, right?
Yeah, I actually made it myself. Like, you just get the parts to it, and you can put it together however you want.
Are the parts part of a mod, or...?
Yeah. Pretty much everything here is part of a mod. The fences are part of a mod, the little flags, everything.
The big problem with the obstacle course is that horses in this game don't really maneuver.
No, they don't.
It's more for looks than actual function.
They should be able to maneuver way more when they're going at the slower speeds.
Yeah. It helps to use a controller, to be honest, with the vehicles, with all the vehicles, including the horses.
You're asking a lot of a game that didn't have animals in previous incarnations.
Yeah. Well, I'm also acknowledging that obstacle courses aren't even part of the vanilla game, so
yeah.
It doesn't...
I mean, horses are barely part of the vanilla game.
Yeah. I don't really expect them to make horses more maneuverable to make mod obstacle courses better.
Hold on, there's someone at my door.
Oh my god. Apparently for 2022, which is the next one, Farm Sim 22, they're adding in a bunch of stuff that like mods add to this game. Like, for instance, there's a big mod that we're not using, but it's called Seasons, and that's literally what it is. It adds in seasons. You have, summer, winter, spring, fall, and it can affect things like, crop growth and all that stuff, and it does change like the scenery and stuff like that. Like, you'll get snow on the ground in winter, etc. Which is like a big mod for this game, and they're just straight up adding it to the main game in the next one, which is kind of interesting. I think they're doing more stuff with animals too. I think they're adding in some other stuff like more crops and all that crap. But I mean, that game's not going to come out for another several months, as far as I know. Plus, it'll be full price, so.
I think this company has a lot more competition than they used to, so they have to innovate more.
Do they? I mean, what is a
Farmers
direct
Dynasty.
competitor? I guess so. I guess so, yeah. Although I don't know if, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like Giant, which is who makes this game. I don't know if they're really interested in adding in like any kind of relationship system. I don't think that that's really what you're looking for when you go into Farm Sim. Like, if you want that, you can go do Farmers Dynasty, but I don't know.
I don't think that's even multiplayer in any way.
No, I don't think it is. And that's another reason I think Giant kind of wins out a little bit on there. You can multiplayer this. I mean, a relationship system would be fun. I mean, you start kind of approaching Harvest Moon levels of gameplay, which is pretty good. Where's Garrus? Where's Garrus Vicarian? Garrus? Is this you, Garrus? No, that's not you, Garrus. Is this you, Garrus? Where's Garrus?
Just listen for the sounds of calibration.
Is this Garrus? No, this is Fabio. I don't want Fabio, I want Garrus. Here's Garrus. Garrus. Calibration Shepherd. I don't know. I think I would, to be honest, I would be more interested in Medieval Dynasty than Farmers Dynasty, if I were going to play a Dynasty game.
I agree.
Although it is too bad that it's only single player. I'd like to play one of those games with you guys.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what else is there for, like, farming games with relationship stuff? You got Stardew Valley. Is that it? Is that all? Is that all there is? Stardew Valley and, like, and Harvest Moon, and, like, that's it? That's all there is? And then the Dynasty games?
There are some more that are kind of Stardew Valley-ish.
Yeah. When is
any of them are particularly good.
When is the porn industry going to make a hardcore farming sim with relationship gameplay that ends in actual sex? I mean, not like in real life sex, but you know, game sex.
There probably is a game like that, like on Patreon by now.
Yeah.
There's a big porn game market on Patreon.
On Patreon or on Kickstarter?
Patreon.
I didn't know Patreon was being used for full games. I know it's used for like mods and stuff.
Most of them are visual novels type. Not all of them, though.
Yeah.
Some RPG Maker games.
Visual novels and RPG makers are probably the easiest to make. Not saying that they're easy to make, but they're probably the easiest.
Well,
to make a game for.
There's a visual novel engine called RenPy or RenP.
Yeah.
That I think I've never really looked at it, but I think it makes it really easy.
Yeah. And plus stuff like, you know, RPG Maker obviously helps a lot.
All you have to do is writing and art, and The scripting is really simple, I think.
But but at that point, you really need to have a really good story, or else people aren't going to be interested, or really good art, or people aren't going to be interested.
Yeah.
But I mean, you also have, like, I've seen stuff that can get very interesting and complex with the gameplay. Like, it's not just a visual novel. Like, it has like other stuff that you can do, like even like survival mechanics, like you have to eat or you have to like make money,
Yeah.
or all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a bit more complicated if you
Yeah.
want to do that stuff. But I think you can do it all in that engine.
Yeah, you can. I'm just saying, like, it starts getting a lot more complicated if you start wanting to add like more gameplay into those. But that's kind of like what you need, like, because someone's not gonna give a shit about your visual novel if you don't have good writing and good characters, unless you want to start dipping into the interesting gameplay section, which can definitely pull the interest.
I
In
think you
lieu
can
of those
actually
things.
make a lot of money if you have the skills to do all of those things in the game.
Mm-hmm.
On Patreon.
I mean, there have been, even like RPG Maker games that have actually been successful because they were well written or had interesting gameplay. I mean, look at Undertale. It's not an RPG Maker game, but it is made in a kind of a similar, like, game engine kind of thing. And I mean, it made a shit ton of money. It got super popular. Just because it was very charmingly written and had interesting characters and had interesting art.
Yeah.
Oh, horses are done. Well, the non-breeding horses are done. How to do the other horses too. I need to actually clean these guys. Clean, 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 not clean. Fabio is not clean. Fabio! Fabio! Why aren't you clean? Which one are you? Which one are you, Fabio? This one. Got him. Alright, giant nerd guy. Let's go. Let's take you away from your horse honey and give you a little ride. And then you can go back to writing your horse honey. How about that?
The writer has become the written.
Just gonna ride these guys for 40-ish%, I think. 2 minutes, I guess. Did we decide it was 45% or 40%? I think we decided it was 40%, wasn't it?
I don't know.
To not let their values go down.
I don't know if we totally verified that is what works, but that's the number that we arrived at.
I think originally I thought it was only 1 minute worth of writing, which is 20%, but I think it ended up being, it was actually 2 minutes, which is 40%. Although I'll probably go up to like 50% only because I just noticed that the their values are actually below 50,000, so they're actually dipping a little bit. There we go. 50%. 50%. How are the foods going? Foods are going fine. Remember to clean, giant nerd guy. There you go. We need more water and straw in the breeding pen. I will take care of that. Sure, I'll use this.
Would you like a road job?
Yes, please, thank you.
Make sure to position the camera so the roof is in the way.
Very.
So you don't get banned on Twitch.
Yeah, but the roof has a window in it. We have a moon roof in this cab.
Well, that's gonna make this a problem.
I'm just gonna go buy some more hay. We've accumulated a little bit extra from the last feedings, but it's not that much extra, so definitely just gonna buy it. Last joke, are you back yet? He's not. Someone was at the door, and now he's gone. Hey. Oops. Up. Can we make it? Can we make
I
it?
like how that farm is set up for auto watering with equipment that we can never use.
Yeah, it doesn't even really work though. It's just, this is all decoration. We could buy that farm, but like we would have the useless auto watering stuff included still.
Yeah.
Where am I going, Craig? Why did I choose to go this way?
Show off the power of our new tractor.
That's true. It did show off the power pretty handily. Where am I dropping? Oh yeah, hey. It's in here. I completely misread the situation. It wasn't hay they needed, it's straw. Oops. It's fine. We needed the hay anyway. We need to buy more hay, so let's go put it away and get more straw. How are you doing today, Craig?
Fine.
No? Anything going on in the life of Craig?
Not really.
I see.
Everything is unendingly static.
Yeah. Craig, why didn't you have your safety lights on? This is why this happened. You didn't have
They
your
were
safety
on.
lights on. Can't believe you didn't have your safety lights on. It's
They
a
were
hazard.
always on.
It's a hazard, Craig. It's a major hazard. Alright, let's get some straw in here too. Here.
I've refilled the water.
Not yet.
I just did.
Alright. Do it for the horse pen as well.
Right.
And then go clean the chickens. Do you know how to do that?
We'll figure it out.
Okay. It's only by the food. It's where the food is. You just gotta clean it up. It's not like the whole pen. It's just the food. Food area. Where's the truck? What happened to the truck? There it is. Hey, it's blue now. Someone made the truck blue. Whee!
Is it only within the confines of the food lines?
Mostly, you might have to kind of fiddle with it. It's not super great. It's like a bit janky.
I cleaned up a pile, but I don't see anything else, but it's not 100% clean yet.
You can look for if there's like another pile. I know the way you're supposed to clean it in the vanilla game is you just get a bucket attachment, like on the forklift or whatever, and you just run by it and pick everything up. But oh, you
Oh,
still
no,
got
there's more.
yeah.
I left and then more showed up. Still shows 63% cleanliness.
Because I'm also seeing that. I'm still seeing it. Maybe it's like a host thing. Maybe only the host can clean this up. Still says 63%, but maybe it doesn't update that often. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't friggin' know. We got eggs. We got eggs. Eggs. I'm taking these eggs. Oops. It's fine. Alright. We got these eggs. Fine. We got these eggs. Oh no. It's fine. And we got these eggs, which can just, no, why? I can just you know what, I'm just gonna throw these in there. There we go. Eggs. Eggs. Let's get this in here. Hold this up and put this up. Where am I selling these to? What am I doing with these eggs? Let's see. Eggs. I can sell them at the dairy factory. Where the shit is the dairy factory? It's up there. I see it. We may end up buying more chickens. See how much we get for these eggs. Where I sell these at? I don't think I want to go here. Here? Is it in here? Oh, it's in here. Maybe. No? I don't know how to sell these eggs. Star Peak Restaurant, but they don't pay nearly as much. All right, well, time to go to the internet. How do I sell eggs? Selling. Eggs can be sold at any sale point that accepts crops. Sure. To sell eggs, simply bring the boxes to the marked area. Eggs are sold automatically once over the sale point. It's somewhat finicky. You may need to get out of your transport vehicle and throw the egg boxes onto the sale point platform. Okay. Sure. Let's do that. There. Did it. Oh, there we go. We're getting like $600 per box. But the boxes aren't like selling easily. Come on. There we go. There we go. All eggs sold. Sold. Wood bales, wood milk, food costs. Where does it say sold eggs? This is harvest income. So we made like $4,300 from those various boxes of eggs. Not too bad. I'm thinking about buying some more chickens though. What do you think, Craig?
What?
I'm thinking about buying more chickens so we have more eggs. We have plenty of room. I think that chicken coop can hold like over 100 chickens.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Let's see if this thing can hold chickens. It cannot. Alright, well, I'll just buy them from the chicken coop then. Gates. Where's the, like, animal dialogue? I thought this is it. There it is. All right. We don't need any more roosters. I'm just gonna get. I don't know what I'm gonna get. There. Almost $1,000 worth of extra chickens, which is like a bunch of extra chickens. We now have 12 of each. Should I get more? Sure, I'll get more. I'll get like 15 of each.
We need plenty to feed to the horses.
There we go. We'll see how that goes. Oh, they're gonna need more stuff though. We need more wheat. We need more wheat. Actually, Craig, while I am getting wheat, will you go and skip the night?
Right.
Oh, we can't skip the night because Lost Joke isn't here. I might have to kick Lost Joke until he goes back.
And just speed through the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Before you do that, though, I'm gonna kick Lost Joke from the server since he's not back yet. He can come back when he gets back from wherever the hell he's doing. Yes. All right, go ahead.
How many hours?
10. 9 is fine. 9 or 10. Hey. Yay. It's gonna be horse time again as soon as I get done feeding the chickens.
Let's Blot is first to be ridden today.
Congratulations. Go. I have food for you, chickens. Well, you really don't eat a lot of food, do you?
You're welcome.
Whee!
His blood is especially frisky today.
Is she? Whoops.
Well, I'm not assuming Lisbot's gender.
Yeah, we probably should. I mean, the horses are genderless in this game anyway, so.
Could be a stallion.
How are our horses doing? They're about, you know, over halfway there. This must be day 6 or so. Carla's here. Kyle, come help with horses.
Hello. What?
Come
Hi.
help with horses. Come ride some horses.
Okay.
Also, I noticed that you painted the truck.
Yeah, I did.
Made it blue finally.
Make sure to bring your riding crop.
Make sure to wear your chaps. I know why people always say assless chaps. All chaps are assless, really.
Well, you have to wear chaps without pants.
Well, yeah, but the chaps themselves are like normal chaps. You just aren't wearing pants.
Well, it's just more
Oops.
convenient.
Well, that was the wrong button. Wow.
It's just
Well.
more convenient to say assless chaps than chaps without pants.
Guys, I apologize about that.
How dare you?
I apparently it's that easy to just completely quit the game. It was a single button press on my controller. I just accidentally pressed Y instead of B, and it just completely quit the entire game. God. Alright, I'm back in. Sorry about that.
You gotta set up your hat every time.
Yeah, the hat mod is not the best. I don't even bother setting mine up.
What are you talking about with the hats? My hat stays.
Mine doesn't.
I couldn't tell you if mine
I
did or
set
not,
up
'cause
my
I never
hat
bother it.
once and never again.
Once and never again. Not even once. Not even once. We didn't go like
I think we
way
lost
far
some
back.
progress.
If we just lose an entire day.
All the horses are done already.
Yeah, and they're down to God damn it. So we basically lost an entire day's worth of progress. I don't know why it didn't like automatically save. I don't know why it doesn't auto save when when we skip time. And also, I don't know why it just will let me completely quit a game with a single button press without like confirming it, saying, "Are you sure you want to quit? You know, are you sure you need to save your progress?" My God, this game.
It's because it's a panic button in case your boss sees you playing Farm Sim on a clock.
Well, I'm gonna skip the night again real quick as soon as it's 7 o'clock. And we'll have to ride horses more than usual today. So Kyle, you better help us. You better help us ride these horses because Lost Joke has been pulled away. I don't know where Lost Joke is. He said someone was at his door and now he's gone. He's been gone for like at least like 45 minutes. No, I think a little less. Yay.